Hello and welcome to the Useless Wisdom Podcast, the only place you come to get your mind off of some dumb shit and onto some other different dumb shit. And by the way, today we have a guest star, Andrew.
Hello.
Who's here with us today?
Hello.
Hello.
I thought that it'd be interesting if we talked about what college degrees you think are pointless.
All of them, according to you.
I'd say none of them.
He will argue that to a T because he thinks music majors and any kind of art major is useless.
IT, graphic design.
You gotta have it like, it's got like that canceling thing.
Oh, is that better?
Brian, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing, I taught like a lot of IT shit to myself, but like when you go to college for things like that, they get you the like experience, because like half of the end of like IT degrees or something like that is just like work studying. You know, it gets you like your foot in the door and helps you like actually get hands-on experience.
At the hospital that I worked at, I did IT work, and I started working there as I was going to college, and then I dropped out of college because I'm like, well, what the fuck? And talking to people there, they said that they do job shadowing there. So
yeah, job shadowing's a thing, but like when I think of there's IT jobs, like the one at the high school, you can get that without it, like an IT degree. You just need a degree in general. So it's like shit like that's so basic, like anyone can do it as long as you can show the skills. But there's IT jobs for like actual corporations where you're dealing with like cybersecurity and, you know, just things like that, network management, database management. And those are really things like college will definitely help you with.
And also, Brian, your job, you worked in a hospital in West Virginia. I don't think they give a shit what you do. Did you just like answer phones to unlock the front door?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You waited for like people to call, and you would like push the tables together and take a nap on them with the phone like ringer on high.
That doesn't have to do with the job. That just has to do with the hours that I was working, which was night shift. But
so you didn't have to do shit. That's why
no, you would get a call and it'd be like, hey, this is broken. And then you'd be like, okay, I'll be up to fix it. And it was normally like, I was just an IT tech. I wasn't like a network administrator or anything like that.
And that's why you didn't need a degree.
Well, I don't think that you need a degree either way. And I'm saying that because the person that does all of the IT work for like the newspaper where I work at now, it's him and one other guy, but the one other guy does some other stuff that I don't even know about. But the person that I'm talking about, he doesn't have a degree, and he does everything. He does everything, like all the stuff, setting up the cloud drives, setting up all the servers to where like you can drag something into this folder and it gets picked up by this program, and then this program is for formatting it so that it can be sent to the machine that's going to print a plate that goes on the press, blah, 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 blah. And he does all of that stuff. He said that a lot of he had IT certifications, which, again, you just have to pay $100 to take the certifications after you teach yourself. But when he got to the newspaper, everything was different. Like, everything that he's been teaching himself, he had to learn new because they're using different systems here versus what he taught himself. And when I worked at the hospital talking to the programmers, which was what I was interested in at the time, that's why I was talking to the programmers a lot. They said that, you know, they've taught themselves, and, you know, a lot of them didn't even have certifications.
Yeah, programming's kind of a different beast. That's like a lot of the programmers I know or I've talked to, they get like mathematics degrees and like, you know, because programming's very just like intuitive nowadays. But like, I think when you go to get an IT degree, you're not looking for a job at like you're looking at a job for like, some big company like Pratt and Whitney or, Mylan, some just like company that is like a nationwide thing that's going to really require like the skill sets to have that set up. Because I like setting up a server and getting all that shit working for like a company of like, the size is like simple. It's like setting up a home server, and there's really no issue with that. And like I could do that like in my sleep now, but you really got to like think when you get a degree, you're not looking to go into something small like that.
Yeah, you got a point there, but like when I was talking to the programmers and even your mom talking about your grandpa, not needing a degree, just showing up at the interview and proving that you know what you're doing. I think that a lot of companies, like a lot of the IT jobs that I've seen and graphic design jobs, it says nothing about needing to have a degree or requiring a degree. It's for graphic design, it's like I need to see your portfolio. But when it comes to like the network side of the IT jobs, a lot of them have on their website an assessment that you have to take to prove that you know what you're doing. So some places might require a degree, but other places are not going to.
Yeah, I think it's also like a problem with capitalism because we live in, the job market is always oversaturated. That's how they like, keep you in your job because like there's always the fear of being replaced, and that's how they keep you complacent. So it's like, you have to find ways to make yourself more like desirable than the person below you, which in my opinion is a shitty way of like running a, government system or just society in general. And it's like, but like, yeah, you could apply to the same graphic design job as someone who has a degree, and they're probably gonna go with this like person with a degree. That's just the way it is because they have that experience. They have the professional training already. There are technically, I guess, useless degrees, but like it's just to make yourself marketable. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people who go to Berkeley or Juilliard, which are like, the top tier music schools, it's like an honor to drop out and just like start your career. But like, if you can't, like if you don't make it big before you like graduate, then you have your degree and you can go do something with that.
What about graphic design? You'd have to get an art degree, right? So.
Well, there are like graphic design degrees. Like Skyland, my roommate, was on that track before he dropped out. And like the beginning part of it is just like art basics, which I think is very good to have for that. But then like the second half, like his like junior and senior year would have been basically just working. And, the school has programs to get you into a job, then you're already secured into a job once you graduate and stuff like that. And then you have the experience that a lot of companies want. I don't think there's a downside to getting a degree. I think it definitely helps. I don't think they're useless, but I don't think they're necessary as well.
Tuition.
Well, we got Biden in there now, and he's saying he's gonna forgive all student loans for people who make like under 125,000.
Hey,
yeah, I'll actually take student loans out now.
Yeah,
save my fucking savings.
Please, I need it.
If that's the case, I would go to school because there is some stuff that I can't teach myself that I want to learn.
Yeah,
mechanical engineering is something that I want to teach myself, but all the Skillshare courses are shit. So,
and it's also like mechanical engineering, that's like a lot of like high level math and stuff. Having a teacher on that, it's going to definitely help.
As long as it's in person and not
Yeah, no, the online stuff is bullshit, but like that's why I'm taking a semester off.
Well, good for you.
I just fucked up my college path. It's fine. It gives me more time in the marching band. That's the way I see this.
Yeah, well, aren't you going for like an additional 4 years after your first degree?
What?
Are you going for an additional...
Like grad school?
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Because, I don't want to be that fucking 5th year that everyone clowns on.
Dude, I'm going to be there. Like, I've been there for 2 years already, right? I'm going to be there for another 4 years. I'm going to be like a 6th year. You're fine. You're
I'm
fucking
going to be
fine.
like an 8th year.
Well, rest in peace, I guess. I'll pull like a grandma and like just continue
Just keep
on.
going
Yeah.
until they like say you don't have to register anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a good segue.
Grandmas?
Gilfs.
Gilfs! Hell yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And Jamie, if you say dead, I swear to God.
Dead?
That's what I was going to say as well, to be honest.
Well, shit, you have to, like, say that for both of us. Okay, you go first.
Me?
Yeah, dead?
What I would like to be doing in 5 years. Okay, I'll be graduated by then.
Or in grad school.
Or in grad school, or working and in grad school.
Okay.
I'll just big
Still in the band.
Yeah. I want to be working in like a social justice setting and like helping like queer youth around West Virginia because no one's doing it now and they need it. And
well, because West Virginia sucks.
Well, yeah, but like we have the largest populations of trans folks and like.
Well, they're all
West
leaving.
Virginia does?
They're all leaving.
They leave when they can, but it's like the youth that, you know, need the help.
Well, you know what would really help? Killing all boomers.
We're
Get rid
there.
of them.
We're getting there. That's like, yeah, it's kind of like an oxymoron because like West Virginia is the oldest state and it's like the most bigoted state in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
But we also have the highest population of like trans youth, so it's like.
So all of the trans youth rise up with the rest of Gen Z and we just forcibly euthanize all the boomers, right? And that motherfucker out there, he's still considered a boomer.
I don't get that joke.
Boomer.
I said we're going to
dog.
forcibly euthanize all boomers. He is a boomer. That's his name. So we're going to euthanize him as well. Do you get it?
I meant, you know, you said kill all boomers, but I thought that's what COVID was for.
Well, it didn't work. These motherfuckers are coming to
Donald
Walmart.
Trump could have really used the like 245 votes from the people COVID killed.
I'm sure it wasn't all boomers, but, you know, these
It was
motherfuckers...
mostly boomers. Almost me.
Well, apparently the boomers in West Virginia are just built different because they're going to Walmart without masks.
Everyone in West Virginia is kind of built different. Like,
Yeah,
we
we're
like
built
everyone here's
inbred.
like a fucking cracky.
Yeah, well, we're kind of just built inbred. That's why we're built different.
I don't understand why Kingwood is like the heart of Preston County
It's
or whatever.
the county seat.
Yeah,
It's the center of the county.
It just doesn't make sense. Like here, like, okay, let's say Walmart up there and the Dollar General here, they're all requiring you to wear a mask. But if you go anywhere on the outskirts, all of those stores, like where Brandon lives, is that Terrata? Tunnelton.
Yeah, but Brian, like...
Yeah, like that Tunnelton Dollar General, none of the workers were wearing masks and they didn't have any of those shields up or anything.
Well, you know that, like, the Walmart up here isn't doing a good job of it forcing it either because, you know, fucking and going up and saying no when they're telling them to put a mask on. It's not working.
They're just like, they're breaking the like mask ordinance that our shitty Governor Jim Justice put out. If they just followed the fucking rules.
I don't understand why they're scared to tell, like, to stray people off if they're not wearing a mask. It's like, you can't come in. You're not wearing a mask.
Because they don't want to deal with the boomers. It's all Karens and like stupid
We
old men.
live in like one of the reddest counties in the state. Like, I don't know if you saw anything from like the Black Lives Matter protests that was here, but literally like there was at least like 300 guns there from like Trumpies, and there was like white supremacists there, and they don't want to deal with that because it's like honestly kind of dangerous, and the police were on their side, and so.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna go up there and stand outside Walmart and tell them they can't go in. What are they gonna do? Fight me?
I have that vest.
Yeah,
you
just stand out
put
there.
on the vest.
I could see why they don't want to have to deal with it because when I worked at Walmart, there was a lady and her kid. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. That was a bad one.
That's what the neurology appointment tomorrow is for.
Brain tumor, fingers crossed.
There was a lady and her kids, and I just got done stocking shelves, and I was walking away, and then I hear this big, like, And I walk over and I see all of the stuff that I just stacked up on the floor and the kid on the floor too. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, no, that's not what happened. I was leaving as it happened. So I saw it happen where everywhere I just stocked, I put the extra stuff on the top and it was up there pretty good. But the kid where the Hot Wheels were, he jumped up on the shelf that was on the bottom up a little bit so he could reach on the top, which the shit on the top was the same as the stuff on the bottom, but he climbed up there and then knocked everything, like a bunch of Hot Wheels, a bunch of the Hot Wheels tracks that were up on top of him. And then the lady was throwing a bitch fit about it. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, I want to talk to your manager right now. And I'm like, well, okay, I'll go see if I can find somebody. And I went and got somebody on the radio, come back here. I told her the situation, and she went over there and gave her a $50 gift card. For a dumbass kid, $50 gift card.
You know what you should have done instead of radioing somebody? Just be like, yeah, I'll go find somebody. Go in the back and just don't come back out.
No, I should have went on the radio. There's a dumb bitch back here that let her kids crawl on the fucking...
You better get back here before I stomp this motherfucker's head in.
Parents just don't know how to raise their kids.
Yeah.
And then they're like entitled themselves and they're like...
Well, we're all kind of prime exhibits of parents not understanding how to raise children.
Well, I always behaved in public, though.
Mental illness.
Well, yeah,
Mental
okay, but it's all
illness.
behind the scenes.
Sociopath.
Only cause trauma behind the scenes. That's like...
That's still not knowing how to raise a child. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to cause trauma at all.
But I didn't like throw a bitch fit in public constantly, so...
You wouldn't be the person you are without your parents
Yeah, I mean, they may be funny.
and the experiences. You're not funny.
Trauma.
Exactly. So I'm here for what? Nothing.
I laugh at your jokes. It's fine.
Occasionally. And I think you give me pity laughs. You give me pity laughs for sure.
No.
Yeah. Or you go
no,
like...
you can see that she feels bad for you.
Yeah, she's like, well...
I laugh at my
insulting.
own jokes is what it is.
That's what
and
he does, too.
You say a joke right after, I'm still laughing at mine. So.
Yeah, so I never get any laughs. I can't be funny. I have a vagina.
As long as you admit it, I mean, I guess.
Brian, shut up. You make jokes for yourself.
There's no problem here as long as you can admit
Dude,
it.
like, what's the point of making jokes for other people? Just make yourself happy.
I can't. I'm not. It's not possible.
That's what an antidepressant is for.
Yeah.
Get on fucking Zoloft. You'll start lactating, apparently.
I don't want to do that. Just fucking Ziploc bags on my titties to catch it all.
Yeah.
And then we throw it out the window.
Throw it at boomers.
Yeah, throw it at boomers.
Yeah.
They'd probably enjoy that.
Yeah.
You called me hazy for some reason, and I still don't understand why you do that, but
Uh-huh. All right.
why do people, I think it's most easily understood if I say in high school, criticize you for being creative? Like, what makes them so critical? Because obviously when I was in high school, I liked to make music, and people bashed and hated on it.
You mean people bashed and hated on Cole Kidder because he liked to make music?
No, a lot of people did because I said that a lot, but it didn't really get to me, but I still don't understand it.
If it didn't get to you, then why are you bringing it up like 6 years later?
I've always been the person that's like, if someone wants to do something, let them do it. You know, I'm not going to stop them, right?
Yeah. Don't you dare.
It doesn't bother me.
I think it does because you're still bringing it up.
No,
every
there's
chance.
one kid that
This
that
is
I had
the third podcast that you've brought this guy up, so just fight him, kiss him, get it over with.
I tried to.
Which one?
He's a pussy.
Which one? He wouldn't kiss you, and now he's a pussy?
Yeah. No, what do you think makes them so critical? Like, I mean, it's not just the boot stompers; it's everybody.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with like jealousy and like
What are they jealous of?
that they can't like come up with something like that on their own.
It kind of like takes balls to like, you know,
Be
produce,
different.
yeah, make music, be creative for anyway and stuff like that.
Well,
so,
and like you see all the motherfuckers around now, like the sorority girls that we always make fun of. You look
Yeah.
around and everybody
Can you
looks.
stop kicking the table?
No, everyone looks the same. Everyone acts the same. So they see somebody who's different, who's trying something different, you know, pursuing an abnormal career path, and they're like, Well, they're not in the pack, so they just attack them.
Yeah, it's kind of like breaking the status quo kind of thing. You know, you can't do that, especially in high school. Like you're talking, it's like everyone wants to fit in so much. And so like when you break the status quo, they're going to like bully you and like just throw like shit at you.
Well, and it's kind of like the hierarchy thing, because you know you have like the jocks and the popular kids and all of that shit, and it's kind of like the.
You know what? Now I'm gonna stop you there, because me and Brandon have talked about this off podcast. I mean, neither of us have, going through school, noticed that people fit into cliques. Like it's in TV shows.
Did you ever look around?
There definitely were cliques.
There were cliques.
Yeah. Like me and Jamie were both in definitely the band clique and stuff like that.
I can see that, but that's just a different breed.
Yeah, but built different. But there's 100% cliques. And I think you and Brandon didn't notice it because you guys tried to make as many friends as possible. So you had friends from every clique.
You're just
I didn't
different.
think that...
Brian, you tried to fit in with the boot stompers, remember?
I did fit in with the boot stompers. I was a fucking E.
You tried. You fit in with like the sports people who would skip and play basketball in the gym to piss Satzer off, and then you would be like the stoner kid who would go out and like.
No, that kid that you were talking about never happened.
I didn't say anything about him.
I know, but I as soon as you said that, that's what I'm pissed off at that kid.
Okay, but I'm talking about like
very much.
You going over to after school and like hanging out with all the kids that would like smoke and drink and shit, because you did do that.
Okay.
And then you tried to get in with the SoundCloud rappers like Caleb Klein.
At the time, he was not a SoundCloud rapper. Okay, well, I knew him before he was big.
All right,
I knew him before he blew up.
Yeah, you got to know old Scoobert as himself. But like,
I made a lot of friends through like making music.
Yeah, but you tried to make as many friends as possible because I think you needed some validation that you didn't get at home.
I was told from a very young age by my sisters that you don't hate anybody, you make friends with everybody.
And that's why you don't notice the cliques, because you didn't see the cliques. You were part of every single one of them, more or less. And like for me and Andrew, we were just like the weird fucking band kids. So we just hung out with the band kids.
No.
I was definitely hated by other cliques. You know, the band kids were like one of the like looked down upon one, and like the popular girls or the fucking like sports guys.
Well,
like,
everyone hated me because I was a bitch. So that was kind of different. But like we were on the same rung as the theater kids. Like, oh, these kids are like weird as shit.
Half of us were theater kids.
Well, I wasn't.
I wasn't either.
Built different. We didn't go that low, but you know what I mean? Like the popular kids and the kids who play sports all kind of look down on like the creative kids because they either don't have the ability or they just, you know, have that superiority complex and they have to shit on everyone underneath them.
I got like shit on for just like being good at my saxophone or baritone and like making it into all state and shit like that. It's like, you know, oh, you're good at a band instrument, who cares? And so it's like, you know, you got to be good at a sport and then you're popular.
See, I didn't understand it, like why I didn't fit in with like the other sports people, because I played sports and I wasn't bad, but I think just like the whole band kid thing brought it down.
I think that it had more to do with not talking.
I talked.
You did not
that's
talk.
why like quit band. It was because like people were giving him shit for like being in band and cross country. And
who cares? Yeah, but it really doesn't matter. It's just those people think that they're fucking God.
Yeah.
Because they can run.
Like, soccer practice for like a band thing and like get shit on for it. They're like, oh my God, you missed practice. But it was like a concert or like a football game.
Yeah, that's a grade. You don't get graded for sports.
You were not Jamie Schaefer when you went to school, Jamie. You were Hazy's girlfriend. I thought that we made that pretty clear.
Yeah, and it was really unfortunate, especially after you started her as Hazy, because then people came up to me and were like, you're dating
Well, see, it was like the band kids, though, knew you weren't just Hazy's girlfriend. I mean, I shit on you for it.
You still shit on me. Well, you brought it to college.
That's because it's
that
funny.
Wasn't fucking funny.
Yeah, it was. Everyone, like, pulling up your, like, the music and, like, listening
playing
to
it on the goddamn bus.
Yeah.
No, I thought, like,
free promotion.
No, I thought like
Oh, I saw it, yeah.
I was like, shit, freshman year of college, new slate, and then you had to do that to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm forever known as the weird ass girl.
Michael would have done it. Michael would have done it if I didn't do it.
Michael didn't know me. He didn't know that I was like dating a
Well.
SoundCloud rapper, but you had to ruin it for me.
Bet you feel bad, don't you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I know you fucking don't. No, they made me get up there, right? Because they were like doing.
Dance?
No, we were like.
Should have made her get up there and dance.
No, we were on the bus and they do the thing like where they pick somebody, they go up and they get on the microphone and then everybody can ask questions. As soon as I got up there, made eye contact with this motherfucker, and then she goes, "Tell us about your SoundCloud boyfriend." And then it just all went downhill from there. All the other questions were about my SoundCloud boyfriend. Kind of pissed me off. Well,
Rest in peace, I
No,
guess.
but you know what-
No one remembers it. No one fucking remembers it except for like me and Sydney.
no, but you know what was the funny situation about that?
What?
When you were like, "Tell us about your boyfriend," I saw Cody back there just making a very angry face because he was like
pissing him off.
no, literally every time that we brought up Brian, he just kind of went,
Remember like the one time you came to McDonald's with us after a game and he just like didn't talk the whole time?
"It's because he was triggered you were there."
Should have had him fight me.
I'm sorry, but I feel like he could definitely rock your shit just because of the weight that he's got on you and
Well,
the
I'll
height.
tell you what, I've been boxing with Brandon, and Brandon's the best boxer I know.
Brian, you should have went back there and rap battled with that guy like behind us.
No,
That would have been fucking funny.
That would have been funny.
I don't know if he was rapping or if he was making beats, because he had his iPad out, which made me feel like he was making beats.
Does it matter?
He
You
was
could've-
going
he was
off
get- he was getting
somehow.
his-
He
yeah.
was popping off. You could have just been back there and been like, "Hey, let me rap over your beat." I'm sure you guys could have had a jam sesh beating on that light above the table.
There would have been like college kids coming in. It would have been a big thing. Everyone would have known you after that.
You probably would have gotten on After Dark. Or Barstool.
When you get on After Dark, then
You're a
famous.
legend. You're a
I was on
legend.
After Dark. I'm so proud of it.
They're pieces of shit. Whoever runs that page, complete pieces of shit.
I mean, yeah, they are, but like
He's mad because they wouldn't give him a promotion.
No, I said, hey, I got this product I want you guys to post. They didn't even fucking read it. And I sent it from my account that has like 30K followers so that I knew that it would show up in their primary if they had the creator whatever on.
You know what mistake you made? You should have done it from that catfish account that you have of mine that have like all those simps on it. I told you about that, right?
Yeah, you were telling me about
It's
that.
all just Spanish men commenting on my body, the all of it.
Get yourself
If we-
a sugar daddy.
No,
If we started you and OnlyFans, I'm telling you what, that thing would be booming.
honestly, just do it because I'm tired of being broke.
We also have a photographer for it, dude. I'm telling
We've
you.
got two.
two. Oh shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he didn't go to school for it.
Yeah, Caitlin has her degree.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be like a fucking big dick, and he's like, "I taught myself, I'm better."
Nah, that's just me when I'm talking about that girl at work.
Okay.
She pisses me off.
So what did you say when I told you that Andrew's got a friend that wants to come over and take pictures of me and edit them? What did you say?
No, I don't remember the exact phrasing, but I can tell you what I probably said.
Okay. What'd you say?
Well, she's just fucking stupid.
No, here's what you said. You're like, "I'm the better photographer. Why are you going to somebody else? I can take pictures for you."
I don't know if that's what I said.
You more or less said that. You were like, "I can take pictures for you and they'll probably be better." You're telling me you didn't
Oh,
say
no,
that.
you know what? I was like, oh, she's... I don't know if I should say that. I guess I can just bleep it out, but I probably just said, well, she's probably just as shit as so...
You're
Did-
funny.
He went to school for photography, right?
I don't
Man,
know.
he's
who
at
is.
Walmart.
Oh, well. Nah, Caitlin's actually really good. She like takes a lot of wedding photos and shit like that. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be like the photographer at my brother's wedding.
Oh, that's nice.
Your brother's getting married?
Yeah, him and were engaged a while back. I think in the summer.
She's gonna be wearing the tux in that wedding.
I can't. There's more I want to say, but
Related?
He's gonna see this. He's
I
gonna
can
hate
say
me.
it. He
Yeah.
doesn't know me.
He probably remembers you.
And that bothers me. Why?
I don't know.
I don't talk to him.
I don't talk to him either.
If he met me, he probably wouldn't like me. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he gets
Gotta
it's
see if
simple as
he's
that.
gonna like me.
Well, it's fine.
I started thinking about it, and we talked not too long ago about. I said that I was in soccer freshman year, for the school. After thinking back on it, I don't think that I was actually in soccer. I think that I went to the conditioning that they have right before practice, right before the school year.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to it for like a week because kept just, come on, dude, you got to go. Come on, you got to go with me. It's going to be fun, doing that. And I was like, okay. And it was the dumbest shit. I could not get behind, like, having to do plays and stuff, having to memorize plays and do all that shit. Like, I hated doing that for basketball, but mostly because it just didn't work.
You were never like you didn't play soccer. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
A lot of the like conditioning, I went to that one as well. Like your freshman year, my 8th grade. A lot of that was like just running, which I thought was stupid. I mean, it was
Well, it's
useful.
conditioning.
Yeah, but like would have us go and he'd be like, eat a big lunch. We're gonna take a break after lunch, and then like right after lunch, have us do like ladder sprints and like go until someone pukes.
That's
So he wanted
disgusting.
somebody to puke.
Yeah, no, it's a piece of shit. I remember like my freshman year, first day of practice, he lined the freshmen up in a circle and just had the upperclassmen kick balls at us. And I'm like, what's the point of this?
To harass freshmen.
Yeah, no, that's all it was. It was just hazing. He was
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
He didn't know what else to do.
I didn't think he was a good coach.
I didn't actually play, so I have no idea.
We didn't win shit when I played.
Well, Preston is notorious for not winning shit in sports. So
Yeah.
I mean, like the girls lacrosse team went to like finals and lost, and they posted it all over the newspaper because that was like a big thing.
I mean, we had good track and cross country. I went to states. I had like a high school record there.
Nobody
so-
cares about track.
I care. I jumped real high.
What kind of fucking sociopath like runs for fun?
Yeah, I hated the running part. I just wanted to jump.
You just want
Jumping's fun. Like doing high jump was really fun. To
You know
me.
what you should have done instead?
When you talk about that thing with the pole and then do the
Pole
vault?
vaulting? I wasn't good at that. I did the like. It's basically the same thing except you just like run up and jump over it. Pole
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, high jump. It's like the mat there, like right when you get into the track. That was fun.
I think the pole vaulting would be fun. It'd be
Yeah,
hard. I'd be
I did
afraid
not-
of them.
I didn't have the upper body strength for it. I was like a weak ass motherfucker.
You need upper body strength for that.
You're pushing yourself up.
Oh, well, I've never pole vaulted, so
Yeah, well, you're like shoving a pole into a hole and like pushing yourself up.
what
and
happens
over
if
with
you
it.
miss the hole?
You die.
Oh, maybe I should try.
You
pole
miss the
vaulting.
hole and you run into the mat. Like
I don't understand, like, what if you get over top of it, you're good, you do the little flippy thing, and you're coming down on your back, and the pole goes straight up your ass? That's what I would be afraid of.
well, for like the shorter like bars, the pole will just land on the bar and not fall onto you. But when it gets like to a point when it's higher up, they have someone there to like grab the bar and pull it back so you don't land on it.
Have you guys seen that video of the guy? He's like in States and he's going over a really high pole and he gets over it and then his cock
Yeah.
hits it and then it
Oh my
knocks the bar off.
the like cock knocking the
Yeah.
like bar off and he loses because
Yeah.
of it. Just
I
have
mean-
a tiny cock like me.
Well, I think this is a good place to end it, because I only have a day to edit this. So, appreciate everybody coming on today, except for you, Jamie. You didn't really add much. Sorry.
Fuck you, I'm the host. How many times do we have to go over this?
You're the host on one website, and that's it.
I'll change it. I'll petition.
Yeah, change the wiki page, Jamie.
Try me. I'm sure that everyone else would rather me be host anyway. I'm the funny one.
Yeah, okay. Well, Russ, the only commenter, comment below and tell us.
Russ, you know what to do, bud. Come on.
This is just gonna turn into couples therapy now.
It always is. It always ends with me like yelling at him. My dad loves it. He just doesn't like
What's
him.
your dad's name? Hi.
Alrighty, and we will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe or follow, depending on where you're listening. This is a audio only version, so sorry for the no video. But again, I have a day to edit it, so what do you expect? Alright, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.